Welcome back to my playthrough of Star Trek Expeditions. We're beginning turn 2 and it's now Mr. Spock's turn. The first thing we do on a turn is we flip over a Stardate card. So we're flipping over a Stardate card, and again we're playing gold level and down. And this time we have something called a Stardate symbol here, and what that does is that's going to move our day tracker from the 0 to the 1. And again, I said if that gets all the way down to 30, we lose the game. And of course, the motorcade ambush that Bones needs to look after needs hopefully to be completed by turn 7. So let's look at the rest of the card. And it says, if you are alone in your location, lose 2 clicks. Well, luckily for us, Spock is up here in the Enterprise with McCoy, so he is not alone. He will not be losing 2 clicks. So that is good. All right. Mr. Spock has 3 actions that he can perform. All right. His first action, he actually has... it's not an action to play a card, so this won't actually be his first action. This will just be something he is going to do, and it is a repair card. Play only while on the Enterprise. Repair the Enterprise 1 click. So he's going to play that card right now. So we know last time the Enterprise was blasted by the Klingon battlecruiser for 1 damage, and now we're just going to repair the Enterprise back to full. So Spock takes some of his time on the Enterprise before dealing with anything else to make sure that the Enterprise is fully repaired and ready for anything else the Klingon battlecruiser may be throwing at them in later turns. Okay, now he has 3 actions he can perform, and I think his first action will be actually to get an energized card. It never hurts to have crew members, extra abilities. So action number 1, and he actually ends up getting a Helm Officer crew, and this particular crew member will give a bonus to anything that needs a combat ability to help complete it, and she will just give a +1 on any any command mission. So he already has a transportation officer giving him +1 on operations, red missions, and now he has a helm officer giving him a +1 on command missions. So that was his first action. His second action, I think, is he will also be beaming down to the planet. So I'm just going to readjust the camera a little bit here. Because we're going to be going off the corner of the board, and that will be Spock's second action, will be to beam down to the planet. Okay then, so for Spock's second action, he will be beaming down to this location, and the reason he's doing that is there is a scientist here that he can liaison with. So he wants to collect that token because that scientist would give him a +3 to a science challenge on a future turn or a future mission completion that he's trying to do. So we'll take a look at this card and see what it is. Okay, so we have now found Rebels again. So what we do with this card is it will just stay here as a placeholder because we have not finished, we haven't completed this Rebels mission, which is the first one, so we don't know whether we will be going to 2A or 2B, depending on how we do on that first Rebels mission. So this one just sits here as a placeholder until such time as we complete this mission. All right, and for his third and final action this turn, Mr. Spock will then collect the scientist, and you see he gives you, and later you can discard it for +3 to a science challenge. So Mr. Spock, I guess, makes friends with a scientist who decides to join him, and that will conclude Mr. Spock's turn. Okay, that was the end of the second turn. When we do turn 3, we will be over to Dr. McCoy, who has a couple of things he needs to look after next turn. Of course, Kirk, having contracted Nibian leprosy, will need to be looked after, and it would be a good idea before turn 7, before or at turn 7, to look after the motorcade ambush, which is the first Rebels mission we have to look after. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. That was Mr. Spock's turn number 2. When we return next time, it will be turn 3, Dr. McCoy. Thanks for watching.